Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 4. It is round 7, and we've got 10 more rounds after this before the final start. All right, let's get stuck into it. It's Western Bulldogs versus Carlton at MRVL Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter's done. Western Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals, 6, 36 to Carlton, 2-4-16. All right, Western Bulldogs are in front by 20 points at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Western Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals, 6 to Carlton, 3 goals, 1. And at half time, we've got Carlton trailing by 37 points. Let's go to the third quarter to see if they come back. And no, Western Bulldogs have kicked another 5 goals, 3 in the third quarter to Carlton, 1-2. And the margin is out to 62 points, Western Bulldogs way. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter's done. Western Bulldogs have won by 67 points. The final scores, Western Bulldogs 19-20, 134 to Carlton, 9-13-67. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Fremantle versus Brisbane at the Optus Stadium. And the first quarter, it's pretty even. Fremantle kicked 2-4, Brisbane 2-5. 1 point the difference. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Fremantle kicked 1 goal, 6 to Brisbane, 3-3. And at halftime, Brisbane are leading by 10 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. The third quarter's done. Fremantle kicked 2 goals, 6 to Brisbane, 3 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Brisbane are up by 11 points. Let's go to the last quarter. See who wins. And Brisbane, in the end, have won by 16 points. Fremantle kicked 4-3 to Brisbane, 5-2 in the last quarter. Final scores, Fremantle 9-19-73 to Brisbane 13-11-89. All right, let's go to the third game. It's Richmond versus Geelong Cats at the MCG. And we've got Richmond in front by 6 points at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter's completed. Richmond kicked 4-5 to Geelong, 1-1. And at half time, we've got Richmond leading by 28 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. And we had Richmond last week beat GWS by 111 points. Okay, so we've got Richmond kicking 5-1 to Geelong 5-5 in that third quarter, but it's still a margin of 24 points to Richmond. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And Richmond, in the end, have won by 11 points. Geelong kicked 4-5 in that last quarter to Richmond 2-4. Final scores, Richmond 13-16-94 to Geelong 11-17-83. All right, let's go to the next game. It is North Melbourne versus GWS at MRVL Stadium. And GWS have come out kicking 2 goals, 2-14 to North Melbourne, 1-4-10. The previous week, they got beaten by Richmond by 111 points. Normally, the team that gets beaten like that comes out and wins. All right, at halftime, we've got GWS up by 10 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 2 goals, 5 to GWS, 1-6. And at three-quarter time, we've got GWS up by 5 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, North Melbourne kicked 6 goals, 1 to GWS, 4-2. And in the end, North Melbourne scrape in by a margin of 6 points. The final scores, North Melbourne 11-11-77 to GWS 10-11-71. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Adelaide Crows versus West Coast Eagles at Adelaide Oval. We've got the first quarter done. Adelaide have kicked 4 goals, 27 to West Coast, 3-1-19. All right, let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 6 to West Coast, 2 goals, 6. And at half time, we've got a margin of 26 points to Adelaide Crows. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter's done. Adelaide kicked 2 goals, 2 to 1-6. Adelaide still got a handy lead at 3/4 time. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Adelaide kicked 5 goals, 5 to West Coast, 4-3. And in the end, Adelaide Crows win by 36 points. Final scores, Adelaide Crows 16-16, 1-1-2 to West Coast 10-16, 76. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Port Adelaide versus Melbourne at Adelaide Oval. We've got Melbourne coming out, kicking 6 goals, 3, 39 to Port Adelaide, 2-2-14 in that first quarter. Melbourne are up by 25 points already. Okay, we've got an even second quarter. Port Adelaide kicking 5 goals, 5 to Melbourne, 5-2. But at half time, we've got Melbourne in front by 22 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter's done. We've got Port Adelaide's kicking 3 goals, 3 to Melbourne, 2-2. And at 3/4 time, we've got Melbourne leading by 15 points. Let's go to the last quarter. See who wins. And in the end, Melbourne have beaten the Port Power by 5 goals, 30 points. Final scores, Port Adelaide 14-11, 95 to Melbourne 19-11, 125. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Collingwood versus Sydney Swans at the MCG. And first quarter's done. Collingwood kicked 5 goals, 6 to Sydney, 3 goals, 2. And at quarter times, Collingwood are up by 16 points. All right, second quarter, pretty even. Collingwood kicking 6-4 to Sydney Swans, 6-1. And we've got Collingwood in front by 19 points, to be exact, at half time. We've got third quarter. Third quarter's done. Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 6 to Collingwood, 4 goals, 3. And at 3/4 time, it's only 4 points. Collingwood 103 to Sydney 99. Okay, let's see who wins this game. It's going to be close. And in the end, Collingwood have won by 4 points. Collingwood kicked 5 goals, 6 to Sydney, 5 goals, 6. So it was pretty even in that last quarter. And in the end, the final scores, Collingwood 20 goals, 19, 139. To Sydney, 20 goals, 15, 135. All right, let's go to the second last game of the round. It's St Kilda versus Essendon at MRVL Stadium. We've got St Kilda coming out of the blocks. They're 6 points up at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, St Kilda have kicked 3 goals, 5 to Essendon, 2 goals, 5. And at half time, St Kilda are up by 12 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Essendon have kicked 4 goals, 3 to St Kilda, 2 goals, 5. And at 3/4 time, we've got Essendon down by 2 points. All right, exciting. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, St Kilda have come out. They've kicked 6 goals, 2 to Essendon, 1-5. And St Kilda win by 29 points. The final score, St Kilda 14-15, 99 to Essendon, 9-16, 70. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Hawthorn versus Gold Coast Suns at MRVL Stadium. We've got the first quarter done. Gold Coast in front by 5 points against Hawthorn. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Gold Coast have kicked 5 goals, 3 to Hawthorn 2-2. And at half time, Gold Coast are winning by 24 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Hawthorn kicking 4 goals, 4 to Gold Coast 3-5. And at 3-quarter time, Hawthorn are down by 19 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Gold Coast have won this game by 24 points. Hawthorn final score 12-11-83 to Gold Coast 15-17-107. All right, let's go to the ladder. We've got North Melbourne on top. They've got 6 wins, 1 loss. Essendon got beaten by St Kilda. They're second. We've got Brisbane in front in position 3. They've got 5 wins, 2 losses. Adelaide in the top 4, same points as Brisbane. Then we've got St Kilda 5th, Western Bulldogs 6th, Gold Coast 7th, and Collingwood 8th. That rounds out the top 8, and then we've got Fremantle on the bottom, who have only won 1 game for the season. We've got the 2 grand finalists in position 16 and 17, Port Adelaide and Sydney Swans. All right, that concludes round 7 for AFT Dice Season 4. We'll see you next time.